1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your host checking. On the check-in. It's Friday evening. Got to talk about crypto because that's what I keep talking about. I've been talking about it for so long. Can't go back. Can't leave it alone. Got to talk about crypto, man. Have to talk about it. And which aspect of the crypto are we gonna talk about now? The news. You gotta be careful with this crypto news, man. Some of the news is just it's kind of like mainstream news. Seems like it's controlled or manipulated by certain movers and shakers, and it's a small group. They want to steer the narratives a certain way. I mean, this was a crazy week. I saw something regarding, I guess, billions of dollars. Something else again. Something happened where billions of dollars of crypto were billions of dollars, I think, of Bitcoin was stolen, or not stolen, was retrieved for some guy because he kept his private keys in some type of coffee can or something crazy. Like, you see, you really have to pretend, not even pretend, but you have to really take this serious. This seems like monopoly money in the beginning. Seems like dashboard money. Like, oh, this isn't real. And technically, it's not until you're able to use it in the real world, right? That's when the real use case comes in, you know, where you're able to acquire something that you could not acquire before, or you use the crypto to buy real tangible things. It could be intangible too, but you use it to, effect a transaction. Otherwise it's just zeros and ones on a computer screen. But the guy apparently stored his private keys in a can. Look, I didn't dig into the story because it I didn't even care for it, to be honest with you. This just was something that came across my desk. Some people were talking about it and I heard it and I was like, nah, this can't be real. But why am I surprised? Of course it's real. Of course it happened. Of course, even the potential of that happening is ever present. So yeah, it's real. Or whatever. It's in the news, the news. But it's crazy. It was a crazy, crazy week. And I gotta tell you, like, very exhausting, you know. And with crypto, my goodness, there's so much going on. There's certain streamers I do support that I watch. I watch their content, no doubt. Um, but you gotta realize, like, people like those of us who've been in the crypto game for many years, it's become a part of our life. Like, I concentrate and I studied more in this few year period than I have in the entire in my entire work life, working career, to be honest with you, because I dedicate, I mean, like, we're talking about a minimum, I would say a minimum. maybe 60 hours. I've been doing research, studying this cryptocurrency, 60 hours a week for years, absorbing content, reading, studying, researching, reviewing, right? Trying to identify what's what, cross-referencing. And I still feel like I might have scratched the surface, might have scratched the surface. That's how dense this market is as far as information is. Very, very dense. Whoa. And look, I was talking to y'all about November 13th. That's 2 days away. November 13th is the first day of the HSI auctions in the Hedron ICOSA system. I've been telling y'all about that for the last couple of weeks, and the days is rapidly approaching. And that's going to be a day of reckoning for the Hedron and ICOSA ecosystem. I mean, like, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, because this is something that a year ago I didn't see happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see this happening like a year ago. You couldn't tell me anything about. I couldn't imagine it. So this is why we always have to be open to what the future may hold, because our ideas and our imagination can only go but so far, right? Because they're limited. You don't know what the future may hold. So here we are 2 days away from the HSI auctions in the Hedron ICOSA system. And still people really don't know much about it. People even within the Hex community are not really, I see, like, there's a community, right? Because you could see the Telegram groups, they're very active, right, for Hedron and ICOSA. And there's groups, there's definitely activity and interactions taking place. But I'm watching something that's going on, and I'm saying, like, this is kind of like the microcosm of a macro. It's crazy because the person who created ICOSA, even before ICOSA, he wanted to create ICOSA first. If you do the research and you listen to him speak, it's just that there was another collective group of people that had another project called ICOSA, and they ended up scamming out the people. So he saw, Alex, who's the creator, saw that was a bad look. He just flipped it and said he's going to start with Hedron first. Then those other scammers try to sell him or give him and make him in charge of the first ICOSA that turned out to be a scam, and he didn't do it. So good for him. He didn't bite that bait. I don't know why people it's just the closed-mindedness. You see, you have Alex, who was a day one Hex staker, okay, who decided to, on his own, develop and build on top of the Hex protocol, right? Came out with Hedron, and then when he came out with Hedron, he met a lot of resistance, right? And at some point, it was just unnecessary. The level of resistance, it kind of like signaled to me that people didn't really want to understand what Hedron was, much less cared to understand. They just didn't want to understand, right? But Alex persevered and showed that not only is what he did not a scam as far as creating Hedron, it's here for as long as Hex exists. Because when you stake Hex, you earn Hedron daily, right? So it's here for the duration, for the long haul. So imagine if you were staking Hex in day one, and then and Hedron launched late February of 2022. So you have December 2nd, 2019, all the way to the end of February 2022. And you've amassed all of that Hedron, 2.2 years worth or so, give or take. And imagine if people had been staking for that whole time, people just saw it as an opportunity, free money, and they dumped it. Because they have the right to do that. It's not a judgment, but folks they saw it, they didn't understand it, they didn't care for it, they dumped it. And then, so many people in the community were name calling the Hedron token and calling it a permanent dump token. Right? Like it's just something that's just going to just be minted forever, and then you could dump it and then it's going to go straight to zero. It hasn't gone straight to zero yet. Maybe it won't ever, but it hasn't gone straight to zero. And in fact, since it's low, it went up a considerably high level, like a multiple X's. It reached its low between February and it reached its low around June, I want to say June 17, June 18. And then soon after that, it just started to reverse and go all the way back up because people started to understand. They started to see what the value proposition was with Hedron. Basically, something that's tied to the Hex T-share rate, right? An aspect of Hex, a secondary token, they call them derivatives, that can help boost the ecosystem completely, not just boost Hedron, but boost Hex, because without Hex, there would be no Hedron. If Hex tanks, everything tied to Hex tanks. Make sense? This is what we're doing. So here we have it now. Folks are just kind of like, oh, what are you going to do with the Hedron? You could only make HSI. Wrap your Hex stakes, right? And, tokenize the stakes if you want so that you could sell them in the secondary market, right? OpenSea or Rarible, you could sell them as NFTs, make money that way because they have value. Those are Hex stakes that are tokenized, right? They'll always accrue every day for as long as the stake period lasts. It's crazy, innovative, beautiful situation. That was met with a great deal of resistance too. You could borrow against your Hedron, right? And use that however you wish. You have a period where you could pay it back or you could default on it and then it goes up for, I believe, for auction too, because you didn't pay for it. So you didn't pay for the money you borrowed. You didn't pay for the Hedron you borrowed. Then the actual stakes go up for auction where you could bid on HSIs using Hedron. And if you should, be successful and win any of those bids, any of those Hex stakes, those wrapped Hex stakes, encapsulated stakes, whatever you want to call them, you gain. You gain a Hex stake, possibly with the multiplier. Your Hedron gets burned, right? Which automatically causes the token to be more scarce over time. Because see, all the billions and hundreds of billions and even trillions that were dumped in the beginning, if the same people wanted to retrieve those back, they can't no more because those are gone. They flooded into the market. A majority of them were burned with the benevolence function feature in the contract. There's just so many variables. Just with Hedron alone, so many variables that shows you, wow, there's so much you can do with this right here. And that it is on top of Hex, attached to Hex. There's so much you can do, right? Here you now, summertime. Alex had the wherewithal to say, you know what, he's going to launch ICOSA. And he did. ICOSA was launched August, middle of August, August 14th, August 15th, around that period. Don't, do your research. Don't quote me. And there's another opportunity for people to look. It was hard enough. It was hard enough to really wrap your mind around how Hedron works and the purpose of Hedron, right? Because again, all these things that I'm saying, it's not easy for somebody who has no idea what crypto is to then come into the space and just you introduce them to Hedron, and then you're like expecting them to understand what you're saying on the first go around. No, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. Like this is not like a regular conversation every day. This is a little bit more involved. You're gonna have to put, some elbow grease, get your hands and feet dirty, like get in the mud and get into the thick of things to really understand what this is. And that's just with Hedron. ICOSA, imagine ICOSA, multiply all that study that you need to do times 10 to understand what ICOSA is and how it even works. It's a beautiful situation too, because it's also tied to the T-share rate of Hex. Insane in the membrane. Shout out Cypress Hill. Shout out Cypress Hill. And this is what this man created and brought to the community. And I gotta salute him for that, for real, because he didn't have to do that. It got to a point where even the founder of Hex had to give recognition a few times. Like I've heard Richard Hart give props to Hedron and ICOSA on Twitter Spaces. I've heard him give him props on live streams that he was being interviewed on, like, because it's what it is. And that's, to me, I think that's fire. That's great. That's great. In addition, synonymous with all these things that was taking place with Hedron and ICOSA, you have the Maximus Collective. That has also been heavy contributors in the Hex ecosystem this year. Big time. Big time. They created Maximus token. You pool all your Hex, not all your Hex, but you pool Hex tokens and create a 15-year stake. I think they had 150 million Hex benchmark. They surpassed that. Like that was a crazy, crazy success for them. Shout out to the gladiators. In addition, with Maximus token, you got the perpetual pools, the team of pools. You had team, you had base token, you have trio, Lucky, and Desi. And in the end, At that period, you have another contract that was introduced by them, Diamond Hands, right? And there was some kind of like not, I would say collaboration, but workings with during this time too. Like there was some activity like you could find on the blockchain with like Hedron. You would find some activity from Hedron working with the Maximus crew and things of that nature. So you see both teams, they recognize each other, they recognize what's going on, and and I think that's wow, it's remarkable just to watch what's going on. Like they would say like the Hedron deployer did something favorable in the Maximus side of things, and vice versa. But then with the HSI auction coming up, the Maximus people decided to create something to start a pool so they can allow themselves to also participate in the auctions, in the bidding, right? But they did that by creating a token, their own token called Poly. So Poly 1-to-1 with Hedron. You put up your Hedron, you get Poly, and that way that they will basically monitor the pool activities of of the contract and bid, have a quote unquote third party bid on the auctions, and the third party is called an executor. I'm gonna say a few things about that, but before I do, I'm looking at what there's some friction. There was some friction in the community regarding that. There was some friction, like folks were upset about the how the guys from Maximus were coming in and basically trying to just strong arm the situation. And what I mean by that, that let their presence be known and felt in sort of like an aggressive way, like, oh, we in there, we in here. Kick the door down. It's like, blah, we in here. We doing this. We doing this. We're gonna take over, create a crazy ill pool, and there's nothing you can do about it. We don't care how you feel. And a lot of people took, on the ICOSA side of things, didn't like it. The community was, kind of looking at it like, well, if you're trying to win all of these HSI stakes and basically hold them for 15 years, because the stakes, generally is the high T share, the stakes that have the most T shares that are staked out for 55-55. If they're gonna hold those, stake those and hold those, like there's no HSI buybacks activities taking place, right? There's no HSI because ICOSA was introduced so that people can sell their HSIs to the ICOSA contract, right? And get a certain amount of ICOSA that they could choose to do whatever they want. They could stake the ICOSA to receive more ICOSA or Hedron. They could sell the ICOSA to do whatever for whatever token. They can exchange, they could swap, buy more hex, do whatever. Exchange it for Hedron, etc., etc. But it seems like they just locking up. Whatever they acquire from the auctions, they just gonna hold on to. And that's that. You relinquish your ability to have any control of anything because you traded your Hedron for Poly, and you basically gave them the right to do whatever they want with the crypto, which is sort of weird because it's these small nuances. People have to learn to pay attention to detail, because again, crypto, It's you and the tokens and these blockchains, man. It's not. Look at what's going on with BlockFi. You see what happened with Celsius. You see what happened with 3 Hours Capital. You see what happened with Voyager. You see what happened with a long list, laundry list of crypto companies that have been bankrupt, gone to zero, that have scammed the people. And it seems like, oh, I'm sorry. You're very welcome, Buffalo Heart. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. It seems like if you participate in a pool, which you have a right to do or not, you want to participate in a pool, you're relinquishing your right to call the shots on your own crypto because you gave that up. You gave that up. And because you gave that up, you have no say-so. You have absolutely no say-so in what takes place. And some people are good with that. You understand? Some people are good with that. They can't handle the responsibility that comes with being in charge of your own finances or of your own money, right? I have issues with that. That's why I'm not really pro pool like that. I'm not a pool type of person. I'm not trying to downgrade the project or anything. I'm just speaking freely from my heart. I'm not crazy about joining pools. It could be very advantageous. It could be very, advantageous to someone else, but not a person like myself. Especially because with everything that I do in my regular day, my normal life, I spend countless hours studying this stuff. So trust me, I keep an ear on the pulse. Like I keep a finger on the pulse of things, trying to figure out what's what and this and that and that and this. I don't need somebody. I don't care if you call them whatever you want to call them. I don't need anybody managing my funds, right? But I see something going on between Alex and the developers, Dipcatcher and Goldkey for Maximus. You know what Sunday's going to reveal? I say Sunday because the auction is supposed to start, I think, November 13th UTC or November 14th UTC, 00 UTC time. Okay, 00 UTC time, which is like 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's the best way I could say it if you catch this beforehand. It's 00 UTC as of right now is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So may the best dev win type situation. Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Is this a ding, ding, ding moment? Ding, ding, ding. May the best dev win? Is that what we're looking at? Is that because you see, there's so many different levels of competition. There's so many different levels of competition taking place. It's listen, because there was some stuff going on. Them guys were jumping in the chat rooms, talking, and Alex had to be like, listen, man, this is not, Icosa chat room. Yeah, y'all got other things going on. Go to your other room. You got your own, so it was some kind of back and forth taking place during this whole period. And I'm like, oh, this is deeper than rap. I mean, we all collectively will prosper, because that is my desire. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I have a way of just adopting a positive mental attitude. We will all benefit from this who are into what's about to happen right here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You got the devs going, and them dudes seem like they know they look. They on their game. They are on their game. Okay? So let me just say this right here, right now, right? Those developers, man, for whatever it's worth, they said they were gonna do something and they delivered. Okay? And I wish whatever them post chain devs were doing would work just as efficient, right? As these guys, as Alex, Dipcatcher, and Golkey. Like, yo, I mean, crazy. Within the same year. And Dipcatcher has a way, like once he locks in on something, you could tell, like, because he does live streams. Sometimes he has no shirt on. He wears these shades. He wears these shades, and he's just coding beast mode. And when he has his mind set on doing something, you could tell it's like nobody could change it, and he's on it 100%, and then delivers. And I don't know what some red and blue team. What's red and blue team doing? Or team A and team B. See y'all about to trigger me. I'm telling you, you about to trigger me. But we're not gonna get triggered this episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. We're not gonna get triggered. But I don't know what team A, group B, team 1, team 2, who knows anymore? When you got these guys, that's just like, okay, in the meantime, in between time, while everybody waiting on this while everybody waiting on what we waiting for, we gonna, hey, in the meantime, here's this to keep our palates satiated. You know, in a bear market, in a boring, dreadful bear market, these guys had enough wherewithal, conviction to do this. They deserve their props and recognition, and salute to them for doing that, man. Salute to them. But I see a ding 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 going on right now, yo. Like in one corner you have, but we all supposed to win though. That's the thing. In one corner you have Synergy, Alex from Hedron, Icosa, ding 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 ding. And in the next corner you have the Poly Maximus Collective, Dipcatcher and Golkey, ding 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 ding. Round 1. Fight. Hadouken. Saw you. Hadouken. Like, it's going to be crazy. And that's happening Sunday with the auctions, man. It's going to be crazy. I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't know. You don't understand. You keep talking to me about some other things, man. And I get you talking to me about other things. And what I'm saying, you talking to me, you know, a lot of y'all be talking about other things that's going on in your communities. And bless your heart. Bless your heart with what's going on in your communities. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's trying to find a way to fit in and make things work. And I'm not mad at that at all. But I'm telling you, something going on this Sunday, man. What, UTC? What's that, Sunday night at 7 o'clock? I don't know. Don't quote me. Because it's just yo, do the research. Stop trying to, you know, don't profit off my work. And you're not going to expect me to be working for you to profit. I'm not doing that. We learned all that's about. We're learning what delayed gratification is about, especially with Pulse Chain. Like, what is, yo, don't get me started, man. I'm human. Maximum pain for maximum gains. That's what we're going through right now, man. Maximum pain for maximum gain. We don't even want to focus on a bunch of other stuff, but we've been reduced. We've been reduced to resorting to other things. I mean, for real. I thought this would have been. I thought we would have had a different conversation. Now, I, compared to a year ago, I thought we would have a different conversation now. But here we are. We're having a different conversation. It's not the type of conversation I envisioned. You know. And y'all, and I say that I'm gonna say this like for real, because there's not too many that's pro. There's more that are anti. Like, why are y'all so anti these Ethereum forks? And I say that because y'all not talking about them. Why y'all so scared? You're not Sam Bankman fraud. You're not him. You know what I'm saying? You're not Do Kwon and them. Like, what we talking? Like, I don't know. I don't see. This is why it's so shaky. It's so shaky. I can't even talk about Ethereum anymore because it's proof of censorship. That's all. Proof of cut your voice and cut your opportunity to interact with any ERC20 or Ethereum related project. And everything is a project. I don't care what you call it. Product. I don't get involved with all that. I used to, but that's just nonsense. The product. This type of language and talk. It's just seemed like some brainwashing thing. Like, get out of here, man. It's a project. I don't care. It's a sound project. Yeah, fine, sure. Okay, building on top. Okay, yeah. Moving on. I can't even talk about Ethereum like that anymore, man. Because it's become trash to me. It has. I don't care. Vitalik sold out. Some people like Vitalik a lot. I don't care for Vitalik anymore because his baby is now controlled by entities that don't care about you and I. All they want from us is to be broke, have nothing, and to be happy. That's what Ethereum's handlers want for everyone. So what makes you think I'm gonna like Ethereum? Like, and then folks are just weird, man. Weird. They're like, oh, the price of such and such on Ethereum is this. You know what's the price on ETH Power and ETH Fair? What's the oh, you saw the price on the price is such and such on such and such Ethereum. Oh yeah? You know what the price is on ETHW and ETHF? No one talks about it. Why were you mad? And and I'm gonna ask this too. I'm gonna flip this around too, because Jim Rat Crypto, new guy, started creating content relative like this year, new in crypto and everything, made some huge mistakes, but is since now learning, and is building a following too, creating his own lane. So Jim Rat goes and what did he say? He says something. Not that well, he's pro Ethereum. He's heavily pro Ethereum, but that's another conversation. But he said that he used to tell like a lot of guys in the Hex community, I guess the popular guys, and because he goes to those events and he hobnobs and schmoozes with the popular people in the community, and actually those who've been like I guess the most successful and well off. And then he would tell them, listen, he said that when he would tell them that he's going to get involved with coins that, have low liquidity, right? And he said those people would frown on him. Like the people who he would tell in the Hex community, they would frown on him for saying things like that. Like, why are you going to get involved with something that got so low liquidity? The inflation is the highest, right? What are you doing? You're going to get wrecked. But then what I thought that he did was very smart. He pointed out that he learned about that from Richard. He pointed that out. Like, so I got to give him his props for that. Like, he pointed out, like, he learned that from Richard. Meta, what's up? What's going on? He pointed that out. Richard was the one where he got the idea from, who said, when was the best time to buy Bitcoin? When there was no liquidity, it was at its lowest. What are we talking about? And then these guys would like crucify this young man for wanting to do the same thing. And so I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he took advantage. He applied those same principles to these new chains. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't quiet about it either. He was telling everybody to do it, even though, he had, he was the first early bird gets the worm. He wasn't the first, but he got in earlier than many. And the rest of them were pissed off at him. The rest of them, meaning the so-called cool OGs, right? The cool OGs in the right? They were like mad at him, upset. One, because the chains launched, right? They were mad that the chains even launched. They were mad that there were free copies over there. They were mad that they were able to get those tokens, that some were able to get those tokens with stable coins that were rapidly losing value, but still had enough time to make exchanges, swap whatever stable that went to zero, but they had enough time to get millions of whatever coins they wanted, especially Hex, Hedron, etc. Especially mainly Hex and Hedron. And they got it at a fraction of a fraction, doing what Richard taught everybody to do. And them guys are mad at this kid. Them same Hexagon people, pissed off and burned and salty towards it. Like, why would you? It's the irony. ACG, how are you? How are you, man? ACG, day one. Hope all is well. But there were, and it makes you think, like, wow. Again, some people don't want you to win, Some people are just mad. And not only do they not want you to win, when they see you are winning, and you might have been winning quicker than they have, they weren't in it for the tech. They just got lucky. A lot of people who are in crypto, they don't know what they're talking about when they talk about crypto, Listen, man. A lot of people in crypto, they talking about crypto. They talk to you, they just regurgitating something that they read. There's no real deep thought, no deep analysis, critical thinking involved whatsoever. They just got lucky. And that's a lot of people in Hex too, believe it or not. I've seen it. You can see it. You see it. All right, look, this is more than a year and a half of me watching left and right. I know who's who and who's not. I know who knows what they talk about, and majority don't. The majority got lucky. It just is what it is. A majority got lucky. A minority understood and won. But the majority, those who did win and who are part of the majority, it was just about right time, right token, right right moment. That's all. And that's cool. But don't be passing judgment on other people. Why folks want pass judgment when other opportunities come up from you from within the community? You know, come on, man. What are you doing? People crazy. But they won't pass judgment for waiting forever for Pulse Chain. They'll just be like, oh, you should have read the disclaimer. You should have read the disclaimer, no expectations from profitable. That's what we're doing. All right. No expectation of profit from the work of others. But one thing I gotta say, going back to the Maximus people, like you guys, I know you I heard y'all say, I think it was Dipcatcher that was talking in the voice chat. I heard you say, because they asked you, did you really review did you have any type of sort of like legal understanding or counsel regarding what you're doing with these pools and securities and yada yada yada? And you said something kind of like, I wasn't too solid and confident in the remark, because you said something like, what you're doing because you've had a network of people that you rely upon, and they counseled you and they told you that because how you structured your Poly Maximus with the executor, that the executor is not a person who's getting paid, it's just an entity that may or may not do anything, that just controls maybe like one or two functions, very few, who knows, don't care. And on top of that, that the language, that the pool and everybody in the pool are just considered, it's just a general partnership. So that the term general partnership will avoid legal scrutiny. That sounded weak to me, bro. That sounded, you weren't confident, bro. Like you can't, no. I'm not going there. Not going there. I'm not going there. Not going there. Look, bless your heart. Look, this whole pool, like, yo. Like if you look at, you try to invest in something and you put your money in a basket of other funds, and the understanding is you're going to have somebody manage that basket, and you going to want some type of return from the managing of that basket that you invested in, sir, security. What are we doing? But when you're eager, and shout out to Dipcatcher, look, you guys are eager and this and that, but you got to cover your bases though, man. I know you wanted to get in on something real quick because ICOSA has the Hedron HSI auctions are coming up in 2 days. So I understand you want to join the wave, because after you did your perpetual pools, it was like, okay, what's next? Well, what's next is these auctions coming up. So you want to find a way to fit in, but it's kind of like meeting some resistance too, because you're looking like you're about to be a whale, but there's also other pools that's also conspiring to work against y'all, because it's open market. You know what I'm saying? It's open market. But in the meantime, in between time, have your ducks in affairs in order. In order. You guys are young, man. All y'all cats are young, man. You know what I'm saying? You could take over the world. Look at what you're doing. Why can't Richie Rich pay y'all to work on Pulse? Some people are calling Pulse Chain false chain. Okay, why can't Richard Hart have people like you work on their team? You eager McBeaver, y'all are eager McBeaver. You're producing, you're doing what you, and then I'm some Team A and I'm yo son. But I digress. I digress. It's Friday, man. Nobody's doing nothing, man. It's Friday. Everybody doing something now. Nobody watching YouTube. Look, I'm sorry for wasting your time, people. For real, for real. Y'all are funny too, man. Y'all. Yeah, I caught it this morning, man. I caught his stream, man. I caught maybe a good 20 minutes. Yeah, you know this they sometimes, I mean, you know, okay, I'm gonna say this with when it comes to the whole stream that he did, not the whole stream, but the topic that he did. And I'm gonna get back to these people too, because it's all relative. Trevon James. Trevon James. Okay. Whew. He is a creative. He is a gifted marketing genius in his own right. 100%. That man can create something and make it become something out of nothing. He could create anything he wants and make it become something from nothing. And it's effortless. That's why I say it's a gift. It's something that he was born with. You can't buy that. He can use his mind and create currency from a thought. Many people in crypto cannot do that. Period. I just think sometimes the choices he makes can be the choices I just think sometimes he made different choices. You know, learn from certain experiences so that you can, when certain things come return, you can deal with them differently. Because this whole thing with it, I don't know what the point was to just let the world know that you had something with the FBI, like the FBI reached out. I don't know why he had to let the world know that. I don't know why he had to let the crypto space, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Young. Absolutely, absolutely. The choices, young choices. Young choices. That's perfect way to say it. Young choices. A lot of it's like my thing, and the reason why I didn't think about young, I was thinking about it in a different way. The guidance, right? Like with all of that magnificent ability and potential that he has, like, yo, he can think of anything. He's thought of so many things that have come and like this man is, and he's just creative with it, and it turns into money. It turns into money. For it's just what it is. He has that ability, more than just being a salesman, a marketer. Like, and he's funny and interesting, and you know you just want to hear what he has to say, even though sometimes you hear so much youthful errors that he makes. It's just it is about youthful because the guidance. I don't know. I don't know. And I remember one time I mentioned it before to him, and people thought I was basically chastising him, and that's not what I was doing. I was just, speaking my talk. But I salute him because he's been in the crypto space for so long. He's definitely, if any, he's if you have Hexagon who consider themselves OGs, Trevon is like triple OG compared to these Hexagon. Like 2 years, 3 years, you're not OG of nothing. That's just an ego thing. There's nothing OG. I've been in crypto since 2017. I'm not OG in nothing. I don't care about none of that label. That's ego and pride and foolishness. Foolish talk. Foolish talk. That's a guy that's been in it like longer than many and quite successful and entertaining. Like this guy's entertaining, even when he's like, when he thinks he's not, he is. Like this guy is just what it is. You can't buy stuff like that, man. But telling the world that, you've had this interaction with the alphabet people and you video and you talk about it on, on your stream, and you recorded the conversation. And then you have no, it's not about you having to do something bad for you to have legal representation, in my opinion. You got these, you got the alphabet board. This is not like, what is this, a courtesy? Hey, yeah, like they don't be knocking on anybody's door just because, for the love. Like they're not, so you got something like that, and you already went through something before with them. You should have your arsenal ready, like a team of people. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, speak to my, speak to my representative. Nigga, we can't just knock on the White House and just want to talk to Sleepy Joe. You got to jump through hoops and hurdles and still be denied if you don't have your affairs in order. So that's how you got to treat some of these things too, man. And like, you can't, man, I understand. You saying you broke, but man, be smart. It's not just you. It's you, your family, And you're recording the joint. You're recording it and playing it. And then, cringe, bro. Cringe. Cringe. You're not an attorney. Just like you did something wild like that back in 2018 with the whole Bitcoin. He was doing some cringe stuff then too. I'm like, yo, son, why? I want you to win, bro, not lose unnecessarily. For what? For what? And this is what I mean about, like, the community is really, it's about who you rock with and that's it. Isn't the community at large, like, throwing daggers at him and really shitting on him is not going to help the situation either. It's solo. You heard what he said. Was it the entire, even his community, all the stuff he promotes. Even though he's a Hexagon, he has his own projects. Did the whole community, were they there talking to the alphabet people? No, it was just him and the alphabet people. So this is why I have issues when people talk to me about community and the community. Yo, it's you and your crypto, and that's it. It's true. And doing things smart. Yo, how you protecting yours? How you protecting your interests? Coin Critic, did I shout you out? Did I shout you out? Shout out to Coin Critic, man. Maybe they did. Maybe. You see, I didn't know he was in. Oh, maybe. And then they were asking about Dude. Like, yo, they're asking about Dude because, this is the level of notoriety he wanted. This is not Trevon. I'm just saying this guy just jumped out the window with his Louis bags as purses, as parachute, jumping out the window with these Gucci bags and all that, catchy, off a plane, and hey, everybody, look at me, look at me. And now you got the Alphabet Boys asking influencers and crypto people about you. This is a time we're living through history. We're living through history right now because this is a time period that's being documented and being recorded. And trust me when I tell you, I will never forget this moment. I will never forget because there's, and then you have Hexicans that are afraid. Then you have Hexicans who are straight up afraid to call Richard out on his nonsense. You have, they are afraid of being rejected from the community, being ostracized, being attacked. They are afraid to call the man out. So they rather say nothing or pretend like they accept the bullshit that this man is doing, yo, with the outrage marketing. Like, yo, these people, I don't even care about none of that no more. It's about launch the chain. That's it. Launch the chain. I don't launch the chain. I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real person with a fake crypto name. That's how real it is. I'm so real. I admit it's not my brand. It's a fake crypto name. Who cares? Launch the stupid chain. Because at this point right now, nobody cares about this extra stuff, man. You know? Oh, this is the shakeout. Shakeout for what? Shakeout of what? You shaking leaves on the tree? What shake what? Shake what? It took a lot more to shake me, and I didn't get shaken. You know what I'm saying? Like, been in doing this a long time, long enough. Many people have come and gone. We've seen many crypto people come and go, and we still here. So it's gonna take a lot more. It won't take, and then he can't do it. Can't shake me out. No community can shake me out. Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, I could shake myself out. That's why crypto's a solo sport. I don't care Bankman Fried fraud what he did, because nobody cared when BitConnect did what it did. So who's gonna care how many other companies are gonna fall in the crapper? Because crypto, that's it, solo sport. But who cares? No one cares that Ethereum OFAC compliant. They still think Ethereum is the best thing since sliced bread because it got so much money behind it. That's what people say, you know? But folks don't know how to keep their ducks in a row when they talking all this talk. Sacrifice period here, donation phase there, are we doing this pool, that pool? Oh, really? You got all this going on in the bear market? And you got Alphabet Boys reaching out to people? What else are they, who else are they reaching out to? What else are they doing that we don't know about? You understand? Do you have your ducks in a row? You created a pool and y'all amassed 500 million, or was it? No, 500 billion Hedron, and you advertise that joint, son. Why did you do that, Dip Catcher? Why are you doing that? I'm not doing this for clout. I don't care. Dip Catcher, yo, you gifted in what you're doing, man. Like, sometimes you gotta, like, y'all gotta hold it down. You see what's going on here. It's like, yo, you got these entities that's looking to fry anybody and anything. And so you kind of like have to like reel in the chains, in my opinion. Like, yo, who you got in your corner? Like, I know the fire, all that fire that you got is like, yo, you know, you want to get to it. Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you get to the bag, and everybody benefits off of your work, and you know, and executive and all this stuff. But yo, you advertising, yo, you think amass 500 billion the pool, and so you let your competitors know. Oh, yo, they got half a trillion over there, yo. They got half a trillion. They about to participate in the auction with half a trillion. Oh, they do? Oh, all right. You see? You're giving away so much. I don't know if it's because you're looking for more of a. I don't know what y'all looking for. I don't know, man. Acceptance is a mother. Let me tell you, man. Acceptance. People will do so much to be accepted. And I'm not saying that's what this gentleman is doing. But yo, you got something, yo, man. If you know you about to get yo, something about to something, yo. You keep that, you hold that down. Like, hold that down. Guidance. I need a yo, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. But I'm watching some of these things these people are doing, yo. And the operative term is terms lacking guidance. Like who you need to go ask Keanu Reeves for the contact to the Oracle because you need some type of guidance, man. You need to ask Neo what's good with the Oracle so you could go ask her what's about to happen now because y'all are you know how sometimes I didn't understand this when I was small because I used to do some dumb stuff tripping all over my feet on a regular. And the older people in my family, my elders, would just look at me and straight up shake their head in disbelief, bewilderment, disappointment, and act like when am I gonna get it together? That's the same look and feel I have for these guys right now, man. Like some of these guys, I'm like, yo, stop, just stop, think, pause, because you're running right now. You're not seeing where you're going. It's not. You're running. You're running straight, but yo, I could see some in the finish line because of the way you're running, and it might not be favorable. It might go a different way. Just slow down. How about you just pause for a second, reassess, check what you're doing, so that when you run again, you get to the finish line and not get cut short. Not get cut short. Yo, why are you gonna tell somebody? Look, man. Look. The bottom line is, what lawyers you got on deck? Oh, you don't? You don't? Well, maybe you should. How are you securing your blah blah blah? Oh, you don't? Maybe you should think about that because we still dealing in the same system. We're not in a remote island, void of civilization, living off the fat of the land. Like that doesn't even exist. That's why it's cringe to me when I hear like Richard Hart talk politics sometimes, and like yo, can you stick to what you got going on in your search of glory? In your search of glory, can you stick to what you got going on? Because when you talk about politics, cringe. Stick to, but because you don't work for nobody, you're gonna talk your talk. Got you. What yo? I don't know, man. And nobody, and people are afraid to tell them these things, man. People are afraid to tell them. Why? People are afraid. I don't like that. That tells you who. Yo, man. I'd rather have one on my side who's 100%. super real. 1, then 100 who ain't worth nothing, who will fold on you like a deck of cards. You know? Like, seriously. Like, yo, tell me when I'm messing up. Tell me if I'm off base. Let me know something. Let me know. Oh, the twerking was a little crazy? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, my gear, the black shoes and the white tube sock with the shorts, it was looking crazy. Oh, okay. The purse, mid drift, the above my looking crazy. Okay. I see. The pole game, like when I got on the pole, and I spread. Oh, even the chair when I did it last year too. The chair when I spread my, it's that looking. Oh, you know. Woo! Now, well, shout out to Tails 7. Shout out to you, Coin Critic. Okay. Oh, there you go. Hey, what can I say? But touche, right? You can't be a politician if you want to be a truth speaker. 1,000. Well, that's 100%. Because, oh man, oh shit. What kind of stream is this? I'm gonna keep this because I'm getting triggered, and I didn't really. I'm getting triggered, and I mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in a bad way, but for the interest of time, like for me, I'm like, yo, see, this is what I'm talking about. See, y'all get it. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, and that's why I appreciate you all who are listening and listening to me ramble, because I feel like that's what I do. I just ramble sometimes, and I don't know where the conversation goes sometimes, but I have something in mind. I have something in mind, and it's going somewhere. And I just want to just relay the information, and then it comes off by the feedback that I get. I'm like, okay, see, y'all are understanding. You're following my train of thinking, and I appreciate every single one of you for doing that. I mean that for real, because you see where this is going. How are you talking politics, bruh? When number one, it get like for me, I get the cringe feel. It cringe, uneasy feel in my gut when you talking politics. Stick to your lane. I don't even want don't talk to me about no relationship, nothing. Don't talk to me about no politics, nothing. Talk to me about liquidity pools. Talk to me about proof of stake versus proof of work. Talk to me about this mainnet launch. Don't talk to me. I don't even listen. You could keep in that foolish top called it. Keeps talking that. Don't talk to me about no politics, bro. Because you're cringe. It's cringe. And I'm not a politician. And it's true. If you speak in politics, because everything is political, depending on the vein of politics you want to talk about, you have to embrace lies. You have to talk lies. You have to lie. You have to openly look and put somebody in the eyes, however you want to say, to pretend like you're telling the truth and just fib your way through your whole entire political career. And that's not a good way to convince me about how things are gonna go. That's why I leave the politics alone. Don't create no damn trying to create a country. Yo. When mainnet, they're calling it false change. That is crazy to me, man. The memes that's out is funny as hell. I'm just a real person. I don't like to sugarcoat and pretend things are not happening when it's happening. I don't like to do that, man. I don't like to do that. Blue collar grunt, glad to have you. Glad to have you. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I appreciate it, even when you had the top hat, because and then the shirt with the Hex T-shirt on it, and the mug, the goatee game, and how he was just wilding on the 8-hour streams, just doing him. I appreciated that, but now it's like you somebody else, bro. You're like, I'm not gonna like, yo, like come on, man. Come on, man. Like when you're a man of a certain age, like shout out to the young people. When I mean young people, 35 and under. To me, you're a younger demographic. And you are the lifeblood of the future. You 35 and under, you win it on a special level because you have a great deal of years to live, a lifespan waiting for you, evolution, right? Chance to develop and advance. Oh, it's a beautiful time period for y'all. 35 and under. But I'm talking about the 35 and over right now. Shout out to your 35 and under. You're more than welcome to stay here because 95% of this content is for y'all anyway. 35 and under. It's for the young people. It's for the young people. Because the older people, we messed it up for them, yeah. We created so many problems, they're gonna have to fix it. But listen, you 35 and older. Look, I'm a married man. But how somebody look coming up to you like, yo, and you, let's say you stable, you established in your life and doing you, and you got your peer coming up to you, same age, we talking 35 and over. I'm not 35, I'm older, by the way. Doesn't matter, who cares? And then your friends come to you, you already established. You cook, you know, you're doing you. And then they're like, yo, man, we're gonna go to, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go, you know. They don't even say gentlemen's club. They're like, yo, we're gonna go to the strip bar. Strip club, yo, word. Ha 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 he. Yo, like, yo, you're in a different life. You're in a different stage in your life. Like, that's not exciting. That's not something to do. Like after a while, you're like, you know, you got responsibilities that you meet all the time. You happy and stable. You in a relationship. You got kids. You got family. You just gonna like take some money that you invested or money that you've worked for, money that you got from working a business, and you just gonna give it to some, right? A bar filled with women who been rubbing up on 50 other men before they rubbed up on you. That's what you're doing, and that's what. It's a sad situation, man. And if you're a billionaire and you're doing that, you're a billionaire and you're gonna catch me. You're a billionaire and you're gonna catch me and you're gonna not catch me, but Somebody walk up to you and be like, yo, yeah, let's go out to the, yeah, man, strip bar, strip clubs, strippers. That's just the whole thing. Yeah, shout out to people who do that, but that's not my life, not my cup of tea. Not interested. It's a whole nother thing, man. I'm not. You're not. So that whole, you're on a strip bar and you spreading your legs crazy, and you a man, yo. And you talk about you like you ladies, liquor, and leverage, but you're on the pole doing things that don't look like no ladies, liquor, and leverage. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. You say you don't drink, but dudes are in the club asking you, when is the bear market, and you drinking. I don't understand you. It's not meant to understand you, but I don't understand you. What are you doing? You're in your 40s. Middle age crisis? You're not even, you too, yo, you're not even old like that to be. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I don't know. Where's this thing, man? Where, when is this thing coming? When is it happening? So I don't know, man. And folks, like I said before, man, this Sunday, I don't know, because folks don't care about the proof of work and proof of fair blockchains. So we shall see. We shall see. Because Ethereum POS is difficult to deal with. It's very difficult to deal with. It's very difficult to deal with. So that's it, man. That's it. What y'all talking about? Let me check real quick. Yeah, that's crazy. They said something big is coming this weekend. See. I don't know what that. What you mean by that, man? What you mean something big is coming this? Oh man, what we doing? What is going on? What you mean something big is happening this weekend? Another eclipse? Daylight savings already happened last weekend. All I know is the HSI auction Sunday. Lord, there's something else to do. Oh my goodness. Swing low, swing chariot, coming bold to carry me home. What is about to happen this weekend, man? Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. I can't keep up with all this. I can't keep up. There's just too much going on. Listen, people. Waiting for some concrete, not the tea leaves reading. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not. Oh man. Exactly. I want. Word. Don't give me no tea leaves, no coffee mug, no chicken bones. You know what I'm saying? None of that. I don't rattling on a stick. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yo, but this is kind of like the calm before the storm, man. Look, man, don't get me wrong, because look, once Pulse Chain launches, right? I'm gonna help y'all understand this. Once Pulse Chain launches, it's a wrap, and in the best way you could imagine. The best way you can imagine. I don't care. I'm not thinking about that joint. Good year, 2 years, but it's active. You have what you have. People are going to do everything in their power to take what you have away from you. Once Pulse Chain does launch, people, after all this that we're going through, it's going to be a wrap. More people, I feel like, want Pulse Chain than those who are going to receive it. So it's about to be a wrap. After all this crazy stuff that's taking place just this year alone in the crypto space, when Pulse Chain comes out, hold on to your seats. I just can't talk about it every day like I used to before, but that does not mean I'm not bullish on Pulse Chain. There's people that don't want to talk about Pulse Chain because they mad because of him, of what he's done. And I get it. Of the founder and how he's carrying on. And I get it. I get it. But there's people that are mad they missed out on in the Pulse Chain sacrifice. So trust me when I tell you, y'all. When I tell y'all. And I'm pretty sure in a sick way, because I haven't done the chain analysis, I'm pretty sure somebody sacrificed are still sacrificing for Pulse Chain. That's crazy. Imagine if people are still sacrificing for Pulse Chain right now. Imagine on the low, like quiet as kept. I haven't done the blockchain for somebody. Please do that and let everybody know in the world. Who, if you hear it and you care, go to the address, see what's going on the address on the chain. See if whatever's going on. Because I know some of y'all like to do that blockchain forensics, you know. But imagine when that thing comes out, people, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for the best. It's a wrap for the best. We're gonna win, but it's just a matter of just living our lives, trying to keep positive mental attitude. Whatever challenges that comes up, we address them as they come. Like we deserve that, and not get too bothered either way by the madness of what Richard is doing, not doing, the community, the toxicity. Like I'm not even on Twitter like that anymore. I'll just do a couple likes here and there with like one or two um members that I follow, and then I leave it alone. I don't even deal with Twitter like that anymore. It's just sick over there. It's villainous, toxic, poison, crap. It's garbage. I don't even care please eliminate all those bad things so that when you wake up, you don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? You could be on social media because this happened to me on social media, and then you see something go on, and then you fall asleep. But the last thing you saw was what's on your mind, and then you wake up feeling crazy because you saw something crazy on social media. I don't want to live like that. No, we deserve better. Especially those of us who are now, and I'm speaking to certain people who know what we're talking about because we're waiting, we sacrificed, we fucking feel like we're sacrificial lambs at this point. Like we don't know what to think. But listen, don't let that discourage. Like we gotta live our lives and learn. These are nothing but learning opportunities that are unfolding in front of us every day. We're living through it. We're going through something that we're going to be able to teach other people about and share with other people. That's just the truth. Or we might not need to share it. We just keep it to ourselves. But you can't make this up. There's not many people in the world that's going through what we're going through right now, believe it or not. It's a small group of people, small fraternity. Right? Like there's not many of us that's going through this. So it's just know, I guess, sometimes, I don't understand. I don't like to always harp on community, but there is a community of us that's out here. There is. This is truth. Without the community, none of this would be possible. So let's highlight what's good, the good. Let's highlight and hold on to the hope. My man says some big's happening this weekend. Hey, my big of something happening this weekend is hopefully this weekend we get to see this weekend, right? Like hopefully I get to see tomorrow, right? That's hey, get to experience tomorrow, that's a win. I gotta keep it that simple, like, because all this other stuff would take me somewhere that I don't need to be, right? So that's that, people. And guys, don't get my forgive me for my rambling. Like when I talk crap about Richards because he pisses me off and because I see the potential and he's just wilding out here in these streets and he's living his life and we should be living our lives too. But you got 1.7 billion, sir. 1.7 billion, sir. That I can't have any expectations of any profit from anybody's work because that's the magical talk. And that's why I get at him. But it's about launch this damn chain. I'm forced to wait. I'm forced to wait. You know, we're forced to wait. That's what it's about. We're forced to wait. Either no matter what, we're forced to understand delayed gratification. So when I'm gonna say it like this, and this is probably the only alpha I'll share. I guess publicly. I'm telling y'all, you see how look, when this thing launches, Pulse Chain, give yourself some time. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be hard. When you see the first 10x, 50x, 100x, 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 500x, 1000x, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because everything is relative. Everything is my plan is different from everybody else's plan, and everyone else's plan is different from my plan. Well, when you see those X's coming along, oh my goodness. There's one thing I know though, you don't want to end up. You don't want to be that guy after a certain amount of time kicking yourself, wishing that you shoulda, coulda, woulda. You don't want to be that guy. And I say that either whether it's you holding, whether you're staking, whether you're selling, whether you're buying, whether you're doing a little bit of both, whether you're taking profit, whatever it is, you got to know yourself. Because I know for me, I know my limits, man. You know, I come from meager beginnings, man. 10x in legacy, you a superstar. And in crypto, that's nothing. But for many people, that is a whole lot of something. And I'm on the group of 10x is a whole lot of something. You know, especially the amount. You know, you got a little thing and you multiply that time, multiply any number that times 10. It's something. 10 times greater than whatever is something. You know? But my thing is we in a community here that's gonna continue. We're in a situation that could potentially reward us for the rest of our days and beyond. Like this is what we're a part of right now. This whole ecosystem. Like, for example, Hedron. Like you stake Hex, you earn Hedron every day. You could take your Hedron now and stake it in the ICOSA contract and earn ICOSA forever, however long. You could stake your Hedron forever. You could stake your ICOSA and earn ICOSA and Hedron forever. There is no limit. There's no 15.2 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's forever. That's it. It's that. That's it. That's that. There we go. That's one example. That's just two examples. Just like that. Money printer forever. Hex 15.2. After 15.2, should you be fortunate and blessed to see that time, you'll be able to do something. Give it to somebody, enjoy the spoils, take the principal, spend the interest or yield, or take it all and say, thank you, Hex. Can't get the same T-shares anymore. If you want the same T-shares or more, you got to buy more, add it to your principal and yield, or do whatever. You could do whatever, but it's 15.2. That's the maximum. This joint right here, after you complete your minimum staking period, whether it's 30 days, 90 days, 180, 270, 360 days, after that initial period, depending on the amount that you stake, after you meet those initial periods, you can stake forever and continue to earn. There's no cap. Literally, no cap. This is not bull crap. Send the code. It just goes. That's what we're a part of, or can be for those who are not in it. This is what you can be a part of, because this is what exists already. That's been created. Like, this is what's happening. For one example, that's crazy in a beautiful way. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. This is what we're experiencing in life right now. How fortunate are we? Let's not forget how fortunate we are. Please. Forced to wait, not forced to be quiet. Indeed. No, word. Freedom of speech. Let's talk about it, right? For real. For real. Freedom of speech. And that's what I do. I talk, man. I talk. I talk. I talk. But I like to talk with a purpose. I don't just talk to talk. I like to talk with a purpose, especially when you're dealing with like money and things about this and affecting money. I'm not a financial advisor. I just go by what I experienced in my life and just care to share. That's all. I just care to share, man. That's it. You know, that's all. Because I could learn from anybody. I've learned from you all. Like, that was a beautiful quote, Coin Critic. You quoted from um, the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. That's a beautiful quote, and straight to the point, and on and relative, and we have to look, folks. When I said before in my previous streams that crypto was dark, crypto is dark. It's not that it's all dark and it's all bad, but there's an aspect to crypto, just like everything is dual in nature. There's an aspect to crypto that we cannot ever ignore and forget. When you're dealing with human beings, you got to deal with the good and the bad that comes with that. And crypto is no different, especially involving money. You see the ugliness that's been taking place here. You see how people have been getting wrecked, have been getting scammed. Like, it's just regular part of, it's just par for the course. It's par for the course. People you think are cool end up being something else. You got a guy who's talking in front of like a bunch of government politician official people, talking about regulating the crypto space and how he was going to be a proponent, a strong advocate, a premier advocate for introducing regulation into the crypto space, starting with him, Sam Bankman-Fried. Starting with him, and the same foolishness that he wanted to introduce to the space to try to keep people from getting wrecked was what he was doing with his own company himself. Like, yo, this is how ironically insane this space is. The man was lobbying, was vying, was speaking to people, regulators, to encourage them to regulate this space from cheating consumers and customers out of their money. Meanwhile, his business was cheating the customers. Synonymous at the same time he was talking to these people. Like, that is. Big rock is but basic. It is. Basic trading. And you know what? You know what's crazy about that too? Better. You know what's crazy? I feel like I'm still in basic trading, right? I feel like I'm still in basic trading. Like, I feel like I didn't even scratch the surface as far as learning about this space, man. I mean, I get it. I may have more information, right? More experience than a person who's a no corner. But like, oh my God, if like, how many people were talking about BlockFi and your man BitBoy Crypto? This is why I don't like dude. I don't care what new wave he's on. I don't care about what crusade that man is on. It's still fraud to me. And that whole thing with him and Richard getting together and I thought that was a major L for the Hex community too. I thought that was a major L. This guy is looking for a lifeline because he knew, BitBoy knew what he was doing was foul. And he got away with it for years. And all of a sudden now, you're supposed to be a voice for the crypto people. I'm not buying none of that. Because you did encourage and promote FTX yourself. He did that. You understand? So now, because this year, or maybe the end of last year into this year, has been the year where he's been hearing a lot of negative feedback and pushback from different parts of the crypto community going against him for being a pay-to-play shill and shilling a bunch of garbage ever since the Three Arrows Capital Celsius debacle occurred this year. Him, Crypto Lock, and all of that. I don't care about none of them, yo. None of them. None of them. I don't care who you fighting for, who you not fighting for. You still like you gotta move mountains to earn my even not my like. For me to like a video of his, I gotta even have the interest to watch a video. I'm not even interested in nothing that man has to say. I don't care what he got going on, man. I don't care about none of that. He promoted FTX too. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Fraud. This is what I say. The people, 90, like most people in crypto, 95% don't know about crypto, y'all. Don't know a thing about like, and I'm talking about like deeper, go deeper. Not just what's on the surface, what you could read or listen or regurgitate, parrot what somebody else say. I'm talking about go levels deep. Not many people can do that. And there's not many people in the space who's known for even at that capacity to do that, that intellectual capacity to even do that. Find those and attach yourselves to them and their level of thinking and their work, and you set yourself up in a better space. Richard could be one of them, but he just be wilding out. You big PP game, all you talk about is nothing here and N-word there and there, think it's all cool and women here, but you spreading your legs on a pole in front of men. Like, I don't understand his vibe at all. Just weird. I don't understand dude's vibe. But yeah, he just happens to be the founder of a coin that went up 10,000x liquid. The T-share went up 15,000x. The T-share. That's why I talk about Hedron and Icosa. Because those coins are bonded to the Hex T-share. So the upside is woo-hoo-hoo. Come on now. The potential for the upside is crazy. Crazy. And something with ICOSA itself is bonded to the T-share ×2, like twice. In order for you to receive ICOSA, the formula involved for you to receive ICOSA, the T-share is included in that formula twice. The T-share rate to hex. That is that. See, people just don't understand. Don't understand. Look, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Do your research. Do your research. Please don't lose out. Don't lose out on opportunities that may or may not be there for you. We're just waiting for this thing to launch, man. We're just waiting for this thing to launch. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I've had this conversation offline with close people I respect. Look, I ain't trying to be no damn. No, let me think before I speak right now. Listen. So, look, it's all about protecting yours. Because once Pulse Chain, let me tell y'all, if you hold on, like everybody who held on to Bitcoin, like held on. And I'm talking about since the beginning, right? Because if you held on, but you bought it at 60K, I know you pissed. I know you heated. And I'm not talking about from that point. I'm talking about from the beginning. And then from the beginning till now, 2009, 10-ish till now, you're winning. You held on to Ethereum from 2016 or so till now, you're winning. Pulse Chain. That's why I say with Pulse, if you held on to Uniswap or Binance Coin, look what they did. Look what they did. What we doing? Like if you just hold on, you copy what these other blockchains have done by acquiring them at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom as zero, and you hold on to them joints. You hold on. You just hold on, man. Go live your life. Go do something else. But you know you did something right in your life, and then you come back to it after a certain amount of time. You hold on. Oh, man. Because if that's not going to happen, then why are we in crypto? If that is not going to happen, why are we in crypto? What happened with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that? What happened? They did it. So what makes you think it's not going to happen with when this thing launches? You know, what makes you think it's not going to happen? Yo, I don't know, man. Like, let me tell y'all, man. Y'all better look up your security laws and all that too, man. Because tax season is around the corner, and yo, they got how many thousands of agents on deck that they hired? How many thousands of IRS agents on deck they hired? Listen, man. That's why I be telling y'all, they coming for everything that they can get. People gotta be smart in what they do, man. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, we're in basic, man. You know? Yeah, absolutely. Wiped it out. Well, how's Michael Saylor feeling? How is Michael Saylor feeling right now? You want to go because he wants to double and triple back and triple down, quadruple down, kept buying Bitcoin since the summer of 2020. Thought like wanted to pretend and show like he's doing something. How's he feeling and looking right now? Crazy. Looking cray. If you have the mentality, oh, long term, you're gonna keep it forever. Like him, he wants to keep it for at least 100 years and never sell it. Like he's gonna be alive in another 100 years. That's the talk that he's been espousing for 2 years. And I stopped listening to him actually. And so I'm not gonna say for 2 years. I stopped listening to him
last year, the beginning of last year, because it got too much for me. Like it was too many Michael Saylor fans, you know, too many Michael Saylor fans, and people try to like, oh, Bitcoin. Now they got this Bitcoin pseudo hero. Bitcoin is a what, 16K right now? It's crazy. And then that's another thing, the whole greed factor, the whole greed factor. People just buying, they used to scoop. I never understood that. Like you're saying like Bitcoin is for everybody, but you have a minority of people who own so many units of the token. So what? People are going to be just receiving, if it was doled out to every person on earth, it would just, you would receive zero fractions, like double zero and a digit, triple zeros and a digit. What is that? And then the minority holds the bulk. Like this is the whole. You still find that in Hex too. So it's not. I'm not throwing. It's just what it is. But dude mimic and duplicated that system in a different way to help benefit the whole the whole ecosystem. He just flipped it. Use Ethereum because you could create opportunities in Ethereum where you can hold your token and receive yield, receive rewards, and that you cannot do with some Bitcoin unless you wrap it and do something else with it, right? Unless this is what it is. Nothing is new under the sun. So folks found something that worked and you just try to keep flipping it and then, basically copy what the original did, but add your own twist to it. Do your research. Crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Coin Critic says, if this is your first bear, work and stack. Yeah, man. This is your first bear, work and stack. Work and stack. Work and stack. Work on yourself. Work for your bread. Earn some type of revenue. Take a piece of that joint and collect and build it. Build. Because when the thing turns around again, when the bull market turns around, that bull market, that 9 months long bull market, because to me, that's how long they are. 6 to 9 months, strong, clean, 270 days. That's how it feels. 270 days. That's how long they last. You better take advantage because there's nothing else like it. It's like you busting off every day. Because it's like, another opportunity. Every day, it's like, nothing could go wrong. You don't care what's going on because you making money on top of money on top of money on top of money for 270 days. And then everything goes to crap. So take advantage. Take advantage. So the next time, the next bear, after the next bull comes around, you got to the next bear market, you leveled up. Your soul leveled up because you saw what you did now and you got prepared and were handsomely rewarded during the bull. So that way, when the bear comes, you don't have to be at this level where you at right now. It's just steps. Keep going higher and higher and higher. That's what we're doing. There's nothing else. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. FOMO TV in the building. What's going on, FOMO? Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. Oh, you're talking about 2 bull markets from now. For bull market 2028, gonna be epic. Oh, 2028. He just put it out there like 6 years. They look. It is gonna be because every bull market moving forward will be more epic than the last. How about that? That's how it sounds. That's what it looks like because this is what the math historically has presented. This is what the numbers have shown. Every bull market, 2028. That's it. That's just like that's that. You know what? 6 years. I give 6. Absolutely, it's gonna be crazy. Each bull market will be better than the last, especially if you position yourself properly and not sell yourself short and trip over your feet on your way towards getting those real gains already, man. It's been too long. A lot of us been in this thing years, man. Years. We've seen our peers. We've seen our peers succeed. We've seen some of our peers leave and not return. We've seen our peers stay in and persevere, you know, people have done a bunch of different things, and crypto just continues to do what it does. But now it's about getting ready, getting your affairs in order, and preparing ourselves for what's to come. Set yourself up right. Set yourself up right. You staking, for example, some staking. The first thing that I've seen that introduced staking, and there's someone said there was something else, but to me, no, let me not even talk. Let me not go there. Anyway, you find something that's giving you something passive. It may not be much now, but it might amount to something if it has legs and it's around long term. It might amount to something. Just stick to it. Stick to it. What else we got? What's the alternatives? Stocks, some bonds. Like what we doing? What mutual fund? Leverage trading? What are we doing? Like commodities? Huh? Forex? What are we doing? Bank? Just go to the bank, just like forget all that and just put your money in a savings checking, get zero, get nothing. Savings, get dust. And a bootleg and a CD, it's even more disrespectful because you might as well throw it into the blockchain. Come on. You know? New all-time high. Well, I mean, I think that's two bull markets from now. You think it's just one? The next one, like from we're gonna ride a bear, like a 6-year long bear? That's crazy. That's crazy. I think we're gonna have I think our bull market is gonna really occur the fall after the next presidency, after the next halving, Bitcoin halving 2024. By the fall, we'll vote a new president in or whatever. It'll start like that November, December of 2024, and 2025 is lit. Period. We lit in 25. Lit. I'm telling you. Because historically, 6 to 9 months after the Bitcoin halvings, it's been like beautiful situations. Beautiful bull market situation. Beautiful situation. So what's going to be different? What should be different? I don't know. Barring some type of cataclysmic event, world events, God forbid, we just went through a freaking pandemic and we went through a bull market. Yeah, because everybody, not everybody, but the government printing money. All the government's printing money, So we paying for the money that they printed. We paying for all that now. We paying for it. We paying for it. Let me see what y'all talk about. Man. I'm about to get up out of here though, but let me see what y'all talk about first. Generation people that use hex, but I don't know who much it is. And that's what the future will be. Exactly. Because this is going to be left behind because we don't know who Satoshi is, and generations of people behind us are going to learn about these blockchains and crypto and gravitate towards them quicker than we have and not really care about who the founders were. Historically, they might read about it, but I don't think they'll even care, right? They'll just be using them, using these tokens, using the tech. Like when I drive cars, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to know like the inner workings of. I'm not a mechanic, man. I just, does this thing work? Is this safe? Can I get from point A to point B? All right, we lit. Let's get it. Outside of that, some people, they want to know under the hood. They go and they check and they dig to do a deep dive. And I, that's how it is for me in crypto. Like, does this thing work? Is Pulse Chain ready to drive? Oh, it's on. It works. That's and we out. We out. That's it. That's what we're doing. But I think, like, listen, man. Oh, wait. Let me. No new all-time high 2024. No new all-time high 2024. Yeah, man. 2025 is. Oh, we lit. 25. We are lit. 25. Get prepared, people. No matter what happens between now and then, 25 is the year for a bull market. We might have something in between then because things are weird, maybe. But like the bull market of the the bull market we looking for, I think is yeah. I don't know, man, but that's kind of long. But you know, the last bear was like 2 to 3 years, man. That's crazy. But we already went through a year of the bear. We already went through a year, so we got two more joints, man. Oh, we got two more. Oh man. Uh, you know what? You know what? We got two more, man. We got two. Well, what am I gonna say? Uh, they were printing money due to the pen. Yeah, man. That was such a crazy period in our lives that we lived through, man. And we still living the remnants, the residual effects of that. My goodness, man. My goodness, man. But I want everybody who's listening to me right now and who's in this chat right now, everybody, look, man, I already know we all gonna win. I already know that, you know, because we have the experience, we got the knowledge, and we just got to bridge those two things together and not let get ourselves emotionally charged. Because I get emotionally charged too. Even when I talk about this, I start cursing and all carrying on and all that, and that sometimes translates into my decision making, and I make stupid mistakes, especially when it's money. And then the bull market is so freaking exciting. It's there's nothing like yo. Let me tell you something, man. The 270-day long bull market, you start dreaming and fantasizing about things. Your life becomes so filled and enriched with so much hope. It's just like incredible, incredible. And that's something that I don't want to subside when the bear market comes. That needs to continue on some level, albeit not as high as during the bull, but we can't get rid of that level of hope, the dreams. Like that's crazy, and they take advantage of us on that. They take advantage because not all of us are strong. Not all of us are strong the same way. Strong is subjective too, because what's strong to me could be weak for somebody else. You know what I mean? When we talk about diamond hands and paper hands and all that, proof of weak hands, who cares? It's about just extracting what's available and trying not to kill the golden goose or the golden geese, because you realize now we have multiple opportunities to generate wealth in one industry. With cryptocurrency, we have multiple opportunities to generate wealth. That's just incredible. Let's take advantage of that. Let's take advantage of that and come back and come sort of like when we reach those levels, whether we reconvene or not, we come back to our core and we say, you know what, we did it. We did it because we deserve it. We've been through too much. We've been through too much. Meta, FOMO, Coin Critic, you know, I know you just started watching or chatting with me this year and stuff, but I have some people here that I've been rocking with for years. And matter of fact, I'm sorry, go FOMO TV. I don't know your channel anymore on YouTube. I think it's FOMO TV. Go to FOMO TV, subscribe to his channel, support what the man has to say. I've known him for years. The same with the Meta. All right, I've been knowing him for years, and just because I'm gonna tell you, I don't always agree with their views on things, but that's why I rock with them, because I don't always agree with what they have to say, whether it's political, whether it's cryptocurrency related, but that is why I rock with them. It's FOMO TV. Go subscribe to his channel, please. And the Meta. Go subscribe to his channel, please. Give him their views, give him your viewership, and like their work. But look, we're gonna continue to win. We're gonna continue to win, man. Because we're winning now. We're winning now, man. It could be worse anytime. Things could be worse. So let's elevate. Let's elevate. Let's elevate ourselves to a high level and watch these cryptocurrencies follow us on our way straight to the top, man. Because that's all it is, man. Let's not chase the crypto. The crypto has to chase us in our intangible wallets. Let them do their magic while we continue to do what we have to do. Simple and plain. All right. Take care of. So yeah, FOMO TV is FOMO TV and the Meta, and we all adults here. So again, that's it. That's all we doing. We all adults. Whatever they talk about is what they talk about. Whatever I talk about is what I talk about. I don't care. I just support content creators. If Coin Critic is a content creator, anybody else is a content creator, they pull up and you're spending all this time with me, yo, share the love. Share the love. You know? Excuse me. Yeah. That's it. Why not? Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Anyway, good people. I'm gonna catch up. Oh, whoa, man! I keep FOMO. I saw you put something called pilled something. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Pilled. I don't know if that was a page. I don't know if that was a stream you were doing with the title. But that's neither here nor there. If that's a page, maybe that's something people could also catch you at. I don't know. He put Martin Luther Wonder. Yo. Yo. No FOMO, man. Censorship free. Oh, it's an all platform. It's an all platform. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how you be finding them censorship free platforms, man. You saw what happened to LBRY. That's crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, man. You saw what happened with LBRY, and then but see, this is the thing. We all kind of they got us by the gonads because YouTube is where you could get the widest reach and engagement. You know? Yeah, I could, man. YouTube, they got the monopoly, man. They got us, man. When they were doing the whole apocalypse thing years back, every year, you getting scared. Not you personally, FOMO, but content creators, including myself. I jumped on other things, sidebar channels to do stuff as a backup, but realizing there's no communities over there like Float, BitChute, LBRY, Odyssey, D Live. I remember D Live back in Steam It days, Steam It. They try to like it just seemed clunky. It seemed like the communities were too small. DTube or was it D Live? Oh, one of them D's. I think both D Live. The communities were small, man, and like they did this on purpose, man. Hooked on YouTube, yo. Hooked on YouTube. Martin Luther Wonder. That is hilarious, yo. You said Martin Luther Wonder. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, library just man. What we doing? Yo, this year, yo. They said, I don't know, man. Let me stop. Let me relax. Let me relax. Library before ETH is trash right now, yo. Foxhole. They call, yo, they got something called Foxhole. Wow. Yeah, D Live and RIP D Live. When D Live held back payment. That's the thing, man. And YouTube sucks. Oh, ETH Power Hands. ETH Power Hands. Yo, the whole hourglass, man. That was a my God. That was a period. What was that? 2018? Yeah, the spring into the summer of 2018. The hourglass game had the DeFi space in a chokehold, man. In a chokehold. And a lot of you Hexicans know exactly what I'm talking about. Because y'all were in them and y'all are still in some of them on the low. And you don't talk about it for fear of what? I do not know. I do not know. One day we're gonna talk about one day we're gonna hear some more people talk about Ethereum proof of work and Ethereum fair. We're gonna hear yo, 6 months from now, 6 months from now, if I don't if these blockchains continue to thrive, because your man Guo, Chandler Guo, the advocate for proof of work, Ethereum, said that over 90% of the miners will be bankrupt, which is crazy. But I guess that's from the operation of forking the from Ethereum proof of work, from proof of stake, the fork. Hash rate levels are low. I am not a miner. I can't even go into depth to even discuss why miners would be bankrupt. Maybe because there's lack of usage. Who knows? Hash rate issues. I have no idea. But if 6 months from now, Ethereum proof of work is still around and nothing bad happened, and fair is still around and nothing bad happened, I might just go super hard. I might go super hard at talking about them. I don't know, because Ethereum proof of stake is upsetting. It's just not even upsetting. It's just, they bowed, they just shook the hands of Mr. Regulator, Big Brother Regulator, and said, okay, spank, get whacked in the behind with the regulator paddle and asking for another. Blow. Sorry, can I have another? Blow. Big brother, can I have another? That's what's happening with Ethereum POS. You know? I have to agree with you right now, FOMO, with that. For real. It is. It is. For right now, that's how it looks like. For right now, and people are scared. People are scared. Your man Richard was like, well, not your man, but your man Richard was like, yo, how's the liquidity looking like over there? Yeah, because you need to say something. You not don't want to say something, but yeah, your people are over there because Hex is over there, and Hex is Hex everywhere, right? So, and you want to see expensive Hex everywhere. You don't want to see cheap Hex anywhere, right? So make something happen. But he doesn't work for anybody. He doesn't work for anybody. He works for nobody. So, but Hex is over there. Hedron is over there. Arcos is over there. I'm talking about proof of work. ETHPAL and ETHFair. Yo, check this out. Yo, wait a minute. Another guy's channel y'all need to subscribe to, Muddy Mo. Muddy Mo DeFi channel, please. Muddy Mo, the DeFi channel. Muddy Mo is a channel, and he has a show, the DeFi crypto show. He says something about how Hex is old tech, right? He said, and the way he explains it is funny, right? He said, Ricky, Hex is old tech. It's old tech, right? He moved on. He supports Elephant Money and everything surrounding Elephant Money and a lot of other DeFi stuff. But he's also a Hexagon. But he says Hex is old tech. Made me think. A lot of times people talk about how they wish back in the days, like when Hex was at 3 zeros and a digit or 4 zeros and a digit, they would scoop up. In hindsight, Hex right now is at 3 zeros and a digit on POW and 4 zeros and a digit on Ethereum Fair. Yeah, the liquidity is low, but work your thug thizzle and do what it is that you do if you're interested and if you care. You know what I'm saying? If you were staking on Ethereum POS, everything is copied over there. And if you weren't staking, you could still access a certain link to get to the front end to at least be able to use Uniswap, right? To acquire for POW, to acquire Hex at a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, reminiscent of 2020 before Big Payday. Crazy. And folks are frowning upon it, acting like it's not what it is. They're frowning upon it like it's not what it is. I don't understand. Yeah, they do need a stable. That's a fact. Let me tell you something. Word. All right. This is what I'm gonna say before I break out. The day that USDT and I don't even like Tether. I never liked Tether. Too much sketch vibes with some Tether. Okay, too much sketch. Who cares? Anyway, if it's Tether, look, any state. USDC, I don't like either because it's just, to me, it's just United States government. That's it. Look, any stable at this point that's gonna do the stable thing and do what stable does. Somebody was talking about TUSD the other day. TUSD, and how you can do some special things with TUSD because it's akin to hedge fund and deal with like obfuscation, like privacy stuff with TUSD. I don't know. I was like, oh shit. But I don't know. The first stable that is working on those blockchains is going to change the game. I'm telling you, y'all. Yo, imagine Ethereum. You got 2 Ethereum. This has been unheard of. Like, of course, Bitcoin has how many forks came out of Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin Pizza, Bitcoin Foreskin, Bitcoin Douche, right? Bitcoin Feminine Maxi Pads. Like all kinds of Bitcoin blockchains came out back in 2017 and 2018. But now you have Ethereum with these 2 forks, right? These 2 fork chains. People are scared, and I get it because you don't know. But the talk about rollback was debunked. The talk about 51% attack was debunked. I mean, there's just imaginary quote unquote imaginary horribles like Richard likes to talk about that people are applying, and he couldn't even do it when he was asked about it. He couldn't even give him 100% imaginary horrible that way because your OA is on both those chains. You got copies of your OA on both. Yo, man. Oh, shoot. Yo, these are crazy times that we're living in, yo. Yeah, they give it up. They are. Good people. Al Merlos, glad to have you. We are strong. POW is $4. Oh, there we go. It's opportunity. I'm not gonna say nothing. See, that's the attitude. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. See, this is the attitude. This is what needs to be duplicated. This is what we're talking about right here. This attitude right here. Shout out to Al Merlos. I'm winning on all three chains. When Pulse chain launches, I'll be winning X winning. I'll be winning times winning. Mass murder. Exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly. Winning. We all will be. We all. This is what we gotta. This is what we have to embrace. We have to welcome that into our mind because this is what we're doing right now. We're already doing it. It just got to catch up to us. It just has to catch up to us because we winning right now. We in the space. We winning right now. We look for every one of us that's watching this. There's a million, 100 million people who are not doing what we're doing. Imagine that. Maybe that's too high of a number. Maybe not. Maybe not. 400 million, 500 million people not doing what we're doing right now. That's a fact. That's a fact. It'd be reflected. It would be reflected in the volume. This is the best that bear. Had 3x plastic bags. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing, Coin Critic. That's a blessing. The meta said bad feed FOMO. It's on CMC. Yeah, yeah. Muddy Mo. That guy is phenomenal. Muddy Mo's channel is phenomenal. Phenomenal. He deserves a lot of great things. Go subscribe to his channel, people. And as well as the Meta and FOMO TV. FTX, man. Oh well. Yeah, OFAC POSE. This is what we started with, so we it's stuck there. So I get it, man. We winning. He was saying that in a way to address off ramping on the fork chains, like introducing stable to POW and ETH Fair would lend some type of legitimacy, one, to the blockchains. Two, it would also help people exit the blockchains, right? It create certain pairs, and you'd be able to exit, and it would also lend confidence to the system. So I guess that's what they were trying to, you know, by saying that's the understanding that I have by introducing stable coins, because there's no stable coins on Ethereum Power and Ethereum Fair. We need it. We need it because we got stuff over there going on, man. We got bags over there and they're bubbling. The bags are bubbling. They're bubbling. They're bubbling. Come on, man. Come on, man. Exactly. Exactly. You start following the Bitcoin at the yeah, they had crazy Bitcoins, man. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin pizza, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. Bitcoin private, all weird. Just them things are dust probably right now. I wonder. I wonder. Oh, they were talking. Somebody was saying maybe crypto.com might be next. We already. They were saying crypto.com might be next. Who knows, man? Like next to go down. Like that's crazy. I won't be surprised. It's not crazy. I won't be surprised at all. I won't be surprised at all. You know, I won't be surprised at all. Good people. Good people. I'm glad you guys were all able to, ladies and gents. I'm not sure there were any ladies here. If there were, salute. But guys, thank you for rocking with me this long. Um, I'm about to go dream about when Pulse Chain is launching. All right. Take care of yourselves. Be well and be vigilant. Stay safe. Live your life. Congratulate and don't hate. God bless.